Good afternoon, guys. This is Darth Brooklyn from BrooklynTrader.com with a week in review for today, Friday, July 25th. All I have to say is, wow, we had a fantastic week. Amazing. One of the things that I wanted to point out for this week was that a lot of the picks took quite a while, a little longer than usual from the previous weeks for the trade plays to pan out. But when they panned out, they really panned out. So let's go over the picks from what I sent out last Sunday. So let's go back to the 13th, and let's go back to the 13th over here. And I'm going to start from there. I want to talk about meat and aware last. So basically on the 13th on Sunday, I picked Extreme Networks as a long trade. I was trading lower than 455. It went up to 455, where we went in as a long. That triggered on the 16th. Okay, that proceeded to move 15.8%, which was its maximum gain from our trigger price. It went up to 527. All right, for a 15% gain on July 22nd. So it triggered on the 16th, where we went long at 455, went up to 527, which is the highest it went on 722. Now, if you use my strategy and you put in your stops and you took profits on the way up and you put in stop losses on your balance on the way down, you know, the stock went up 15.8%. You know, if you had a trailing stop of maybe 12%, 13% as the stock went back down, you would have sold out of your remaining position. As you can see here, it closed today, Friday the 25th, at 479 for a gain of 5.27% from the trigger price of 455. Now, if you would have done nothing and held on to the position to the end of the business today, all right, you would have been up, you know, 5.2%. But this is the reason that we use stops. Okay, this thing went up 15.8%. Fantastic. Moving on to AK Steel. Went out Sunday night on July 13th. It triggered on the 17th. It traded up to 860, where we would get long. Okay, here's the stop price. The stock proceeded to go up to 914 on the 21st. 4 days later, went up to 914 for a 6.2% gain. Okay, stock closed still up today. You would have been up 4.5% if you held on to it. But using stops and scaling out on the way up, taking money off the table, putting cash in the bank, that's the strategy here at Brooklyn Trader. Okay, so 6% gain on that one. Short call, short trade in ACI, Arch call. Traded down to 315, triggered a short. Traded all the way down, triggered a short on July 17th. Okay, traded down to 284. It finally broke that 3. It was holding the 3s and then finally broke through. Smashed down to 284 for a 9.8% maximum gain on the 23rd of July. Okay, now that's just this past Wednesday. Okay, stock ended the week today up 8%. You would have been up 8% on that position if you would have just held it to the bell today. Okay, Hero. This one, and I sent out a note to the subscribers, you know, on this one. Had a short call, triggered at 390, traded down to 390, triggered a short entry. Okay, right after it hit 390, the same day. Okay, you can see here it triggered on July 23rd and traded down to 360. Max performance date, July 23rd. It hit 390 and just dropped right down to 360 for a maximum gain of 7.7%. Okay. Then it started to trade back up, traded flat, hovered around, and just basically bounced sideways for the remainder of the week. You still would have been up 3% on the position on that trade. But this is the importance of this is what I mean when I talk about using stops. Okay, you put your limit orders in, you put your stop orders in, all right, and you use trailing stops to lock in your gains. Okay, this thing dropped to 360. You should have limit orders out there: 360, 365, 370. So as the stock dropped from 390. You're ringing the register and pocketing cash. Okay, and then the stock trades back up, and you exit the position, and you're done. Okay, and these orders should be put in with your brokers before the stock even gets to that trigger. Okay, depending on the broker you use, sometimes maybe you can't put orders to cover a short that you haven't even entered yet. But you should have that short entry before the market even opens on Monday. You should have an order where it says if it goes, a stop order. The stock gets down to 390, enter a short position, and then you put limit orders out there to buy at 360, to buy at 365, buy at 370, 375, and what have you. Okay, because this one was quick. It went down to 360 and popped right back up. 7% gain. Sometimes people say, hey, Anthony, the stock dropped from 390 to 360. That's only 30 cents. Yeah, it's only 30 cents, but it's a $3.90 stock. Okay, 30 cents, 7.7% gain. Okay, that trade happened within the span of 5 minutes. Okay, there are people who can't make 7% per year in the stock market. Okay, what kind of interest rate do you get on treasury bills, on any investment out there, and savings accounts, CD? 7% in one trade, I'll take it every day of the week. All right, moving on to short trade in ARNA. This one triggered on Monday, July 16th. Triggered a short trade of 475. This thing's been bouncing along all week. The stock closed today at 477. It traded as low as 473. It broke 470, broke 475 again today. So, the sellers have just been leaning on this all week. So I look forward to seeing what this thing does next week. So we're going to hang on to that one over the weekend. And then this last one, Derma Sciences, DSCI, triggered a long trade of $10. It triggered on July 22nd when it finally went up to $10. And traded as high as 10.21 on the 24th, 2 days later, okay, for a 2% gain. Hopefully you didn't let this thing drop below your entry price of $10. You're up 2%, you put that stop order in to at least break even. So if the stock trades down to $10, okay, you get out, for flat, okay? If you're up 2% in the stock and then you let it just go and you let this turn into a loss, then shame on you. You should never let a gain turn into a loss. The stock closed today at 963. Okay? This should never happen. Okay? This is not how you should manage your trades. Okay? The biggest part of trading is managing your positions. Okay? You can't just, this isn't Ron Popeil infomercial, set it and forget it. Okay? You get in this trade, you put your stops in to protect yourself. You're up 2%, you move your stop to break even. 2% is usually my rule of thumb. Like as you can see here, this ARNA, we had a gain of 0.4%. The stock dropped 2 cents, so that's makes for a 0.4% gain. I'm not going to put a break-even stop for 2 cents. Okay, so that's why this isn't even green here. Okay, these cells turn green when the stock is in our favor 2% or more, and what that tells me and should be telling you is that when this goes green and you're up 2% in a position, you should have a break-even stop. So you will never let a stock that's in your favor go negative on you like this. This should never happen to you. Okay? So these are the trades for this week, that all panned out this week. Almost 16% maximum gain, 6% gain, 9.8% gain, 7.7% gain, 2% gain. All these. Nothing got stopped out. Now this now leads me to these first two trades that I wanted to talk about. Meet Me. I put this on the watch list June 29th, triggered 255 short trade on July 7th. Okay? Only on July 23rd, okay, did they come out with some bad news. They're coming out with a secondary offering. Whatever the news is, doesn't matter. The stock cratered. Would have made you 21%. Now, the reason I'm talking about this last is because, this is basically 3 weeks later from when I picked it, okay? Swing trading is really, trades that are from 1 week to 2 weeks. So, I exited this position, I would imagine most of you have, would have exited this position already after letting it go for 2 weeks of just trading sideways, But I just wanted to throw it out there that, just in case any of you guys held this short all the way up to Wednesday, then you got paid handsomely on Wednesday. But you know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, oh, I picked it and then 3 weeks later it happened. I'm just wanted to throw it out there that if you didn't, you know, in fact, hang on to it for a little bit longer than the normal time frame of the swing trade, you would have been rewarded this week. I wasn't. You know, most people that you know, engage in swing trading wouldn't be in this position still after this long. But if you were there for it, then congratulations, great trade. This one is a little closer in time frame. This was put on the list on July 6th. The short trade in Aware. This triggered on July 10th, triggering a short trade at 6:45. Only today did this thing finally drop. This thing traded sideways the entire time. Only today did it drop on poor earnings, okay? And it dropped down to a low of 481 for a maximum gain of 25%. But like I said, you know, I was already out of this. I unwound it. You know, if the trade's not working and it doesn't work within the time frame that you want it to, which is, you know, typically 1 day to 14 days, you know, maybe a little sooner, you know, you just get out. If it's not working, you just move on. Okay, there's always going to be another trade down the road. You can't just put these positions on, and that's not, you know, that's not the style of the Brooklyn Trader swing trading room, swing trading newsletter. But if you happen to keep a, you know, cut your position, or you just, you know, kept on maybe, you know, 25% of your original position, you know, you would have gotten paid today. So just wanted to show those to you, that sometimes, you know, some trades take a little longer than others. Sometimes things pan out in 1 day, 1 or 2 days. Sometimes, you know, it takes 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks to pan out. So that's that. So that's it. I mean, fantastic week. So barring these two trades on top, you know, 16%, 7%, 9%, 7%, 2%, you know, and these are trades that we're going to watch into next week. You know, these are great gains for the week. Huge, amazing. You know, and we're going to watch these next week. DSCI, ARNA looks awesome for next week. Okay, I think that's still got a lot of gas in it, and I think that thing's going to drop. So have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the great weather. You know, this, unfortunately, it feels like the summer is just going by way too fast. So have a fantastic weekend. Spend some time with friends and family. And for my subscribers, I will see you on. You'll get a letter from me on Sunday with the new picks for the week. And for everyone else, have a great weekend. And be sure to go to my webpage, www.brooklyn-trader.com, and subscribe to my newsletter. What's $100 a month and $1,000 for 12 months. And as you can see by the results here, I mean, if you put on, let's not even take a one that went over the wall, like the 16% one, you know, a 2% one. You put on a $5,000 position, okay, which would have been 500 shares of Derma Sciences. Okay, make 2%. Okay, there's your $100 right there. So, you know, even this one, 6%. You put on a $5,000 position, that's $300 in that one trade. Okay, so it pays for itself. I mean, you do the math. Okay, so $100 a month if you want to go month to month, and $1,000 for an entire year. I'm going to be publishing all of my picks from inception for this year on the website soon, but you can see the value here. So anyway, I won't ramble on too much longer. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys on Sunday.